I want to start this video off by saying I'm sorry, especially to those of you who have already gone out and bought the recently released Transport for Wales Class 142 DLC. I feel that it's on me, the burden as an ambassador, to put content out there that will help you to determine whether or not a particular piece of DLC or an entire game is worth your hard earned money. And on this case, I feel that I've let you down. We received the keys for this particular DLC on Friday. And so we had the rest of that day and the weekend to have a go at the DLC, evaluate it, see where it's done well, where it hasn't done so well, and release our normal content, but also release something informative, be it in the form of videos or even on a stream when the embargo is released, which is usually the day before the public release. And so there's time for us to do what we need to do to help you guys out, as well as, of course, help Dovetail out in pushing their content. So I had and then just if I told you the obstacles I faced over the weekend in terms of things preventing me from releasing content the way I wanted to, you'd think I'm just trolling. So I'm not going to even go into it, but I wasn't, in short, able to do what I wanted to do in terms of releasing and making content. I got to upload most of the scenarios. I missed out on one. Well, I've recorded one. I had issues in editing and rendering in the video itself, just a whole mess, which meant I couldn't get that scenario out. But aside from that, I got out what I got out. And to those of you who have seen those videos of the scenarios being played on my channel and notice that that experience doesn't really match up with your experience, there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. I have played the DLC on the current build, on the current game, and it was just issue after issue after issue. And I'm a little bit confused, and I'm going to explain why. The game, well, I don't know whether it was our specific build or whether it was the entire game that received an update the day before release, but at the very least, our build where we where we play the DLCs on early access received an update the day before the DLC was meant to be released, so the Monday. And as this update went out, we were informed by Dovetail themselves that the update that had gone out was the wrong build. It was an error. Now, is this a first, second, or third? No. We've dealt with this issue specifically many a time, be it for DLCs or for entire game releases. And I hope that leak gets plugged because it shouldn't be happening as often as it does. But nonetheless, my main point is that it's something that we've dealt with before in the past. Now, what's confused me specifically is that nothing's gone out to customers, you guys who are paying, to inform you of this. See, initially, it doesn't seem malicious because the right build is out there somewhere. See, the only issues I had on the previous build was there was an issue with the guards buzzer on one scenario where it intermittently would sometimes buzz, sometimes not when I closed the doors. It worked fine in all the other scenarios. That was the only issue I had. And post that update that brought the wrong build on stream the day before public release on my stream, I encountered frame drops. I encountered a mismatch in volume between the buzzer that we press in the cab and the guard's buzzer. I noticed that the engine noise would disappear between 40 and 50 miles per hour, I think, and all we'd be left with is just a screeching. I found that there was another audio bug where the volume would be fine, then come down a bit and then go back up. A weird one, but bugs are going to be bugs. That's part of development, right? And so if we received an update or that was like an old build, it makes sense, right? What doesn't make sense is two things. The first, that as far as I'm aware, now I've checked the articles and I haven't seen anything. I've checked the forums, I haven't seen anything. If something's been posted elsewhere, i.e., in the Discord, in Dovetail's Discord, then I put my hands up and I apologize. But I still have half the issue there anyway because it should have been posted everywhere. But I haven't seen anything out there saying that, hey, just so you guys are aware, the games or the DLCs currently on the wrong build and we're working to get that sorted. So buyers beware. I haven't seen that. And that's bothered me a bit because, and again, it confuses me more than makes me certain that this is some sort of malicious plan because the right build is there somewhere, right? Or at least a much better build is out there somewhere. I've played it. We ambassadors had access to it. So one would think that at the very least on Steam, at the very least, we know consoles have to go through a certification process, right? So I understand if there's a bit of a delay there, but at the very least on PC, Steam, Epic, it should have been fixed like that. And when we were informed of this error, we were also told in that same message that the issue would hopefully be resolved the following day for Steam and post-release for consoles. It's now Thursday, 4 p.m. on a Thursday. You're probably going to see this in a few hours, and there's nothing. I haven't seen an update on my end. I've been waiting. Why there's a delay in that, I don't know. And I guess it only means that there might be a longer delay for consoles. So why the update hasn't been put out, I'm not quite sure. That's my second point. But it's the first one that's really just it's weighing on me. Why haven't customers been informed of this issue prior to release? I don't know. And this video, although a bit late, is basically a PSA saying, hey, the DLC's on the wrong build. I don't think it's going to be too long before we see the right build. But be aware, if you buy this product, these bugs that I mentioned, at the very least, just them, at the very least, there might be more, you will have to contend with. So if you really want the DLC, just know that's what's waiting for you. Or just wait until that's sorted and then go for it, because it really is a great DLC in my opinion. I haven't released my usual should you buy video. Don't think I will this time around. But my absolute recommendation is when it works well. I personally had a great time with it. A great time with it. But then I also didn't have an issue with the core Cardiff route in the first place, which a lot of people do. So bear that in mind as well. But anyway, that's a separate topic. My main topic is just to inform you guys of that particular situation and just a sort of a buyers beware. And yeah, I hope we see things move forward and progress with this particular situation. So once again, I'm sorry that I didn't release this video like the day before release or even on the day of release. I'll correct that moving forward, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully no more of this whole wrong builds issue that keeps showing its head over and over and over again. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. Until next time, peace out.